Hello and welcome to a video of a motorhome that we have up for sale here. This is one we took in part exchange against a newer model that we had. As you can see, it's the Ford Transit with the Auto Sleeper Executive on the back. It's only covered 52,000 miles through the duration of its life, and you can check that up. We've done the checks on it. It is genuine. 52,000 miles on a Transit DI diesel engine is absolutely nothing. And to add to it, it is a turbo engine as well. It has got a bit of woomph with it. It's not one of those sluggy ones that just hang back. It actually, you're in fourth gear, put your foot down and it pulls away nicely. There's a 5-speed box in it. It's a 1988, I think it is. It's on the F plate anyway. As you can see, it has got some age-related marks around it. Sorry, I've just had a drink of pop. But nothing that can't be fixed. We did have it booked in this weekend to have some stripes put down it, because I think it'll benefit from it. But to be truthful with you, the gentleman's let us down. He can't do it due to the weather because he only works outside, and we can't be bothered. I just want to get it on and get it sold. So if you want it striped up, you stripe it up yourself. If not, leave it the way it is. It wouldn't bother me. It has had some stripes on there. You can see it's a bit discoloured in the middle. They've been removed, but it wants another one putting down to make it look a bit nicer. Apart from that, the bodywork, to be fair, on an F registered Transit, 1988 Transit, it's in very good condition, although all round it isn't in very good condition. But for the age of it, if you get what I mean, it is. It's got the usual things. It's got a bit of rust here on the wings. You can see where they've ticked the old stripe off. They've ripped a bit of the paint off, but there you go. It's something and nothing. You can only expect it with the age of the vehicle. You're going to have to excuse if the camera gets a little bit of water on, because it is raining hard here. Just starting to come down nicely now. It's fitted with a bike rack on the back, as you can see. It's also fitted with a tow bar. The ladders, the chrome ladders going up on the back, it's got the chrome roof rack on top. I'm not getting up there today in this wet to show you that, but trust me, well, you can see the bars are up there and you can climb on top. Everything is working absolutely perfect. We've gone all the way through it. Everything works spot on. We've tested the gas, the electric, 12 volt, 240 volt. We've tested the water system, the cold and hot. We've tested the shower. We've tested the toilet, the fridge, the sink, the oven, the grill. Everything works just the way that it should do. It's all together there. It's got a onboard waste tank, a onboard freshwater tank. So it's self-sufficient. As you can see, it's got the little porch awning on it as well, little veranda as I'd call it. It's just gone through its MOT in the middle of August, so it's got 11.5 months MOT left on it. So there's plenty of MOT, and plus you get the satisfaction that you know that everything is all alright having passed its MOT. I'm going to step inside. The only thing that it hasn't got is one of those flip out steps underneath there. That's one thing I have noticed it needs, but you put that on yourself. It's got the Carver heating system, and it's blown air heating. You see the circles there? That blows the hot air out. They're situated all the way around the vehicle into the shower and everywhere else. So it's got the central heating, which, believe me, once they're on and you've got them blowers going, they're red hot inside here. The condition of the cushions are superb. There isn't a rip, tear, cigarette burn anywhere in sight. Both on top and underneath, they are absolutely mint. Lovely colour, like a burnt orange, would you call that? Burnt orange and peach. It is the 4-berth model. As you can see, it's got the bed above the cab. I like to think that that's for kids only, really, because I wouldn't like, mind you, I'm a big lad, so I don't know if I would like to get up on any bed up there anyway, but it's there. That's a double bed, and you've got the double bed that makes out into the middle here, or you can spin the two captain seats around. Both of those spin, both the drivers and the passengers, and you can use these bunks as 2 single bunks, so you don't actually have to, you can have a walkway through the middle, you don't have to block it off. It's either way, whichever style suits yourself best. The condition of the motorhome, as you can see, the wood's all in good condition. It hasn't been battered, banged. Big chunks, chips, screws marks taken out of it. Like I said, everything works. Every light that you switch on, it's all working. Is that one working? Yep. The battery isn't fully charged, but as you can see, everything's working. As soon as you put them on, they all work. I'll knock a couple of those off. As I say, it hasn't been charged fully. We only just bobbed it on charge about an hour ago, just to give it the checks. I don't know if you can hear that on the video, but that's the blown air system working on the heater. It's got two tables, one of which is in there, there's two legs there, and the other is underneath that bunk there. So it's got two tables, and these two seats, they make up, I can't do it on the video with one hand, but I can assure you, they make up and they fold back like so. There's a place for a table there, and then you've got your seat here, so you've got a seat and a table at both sides if you want them. I'll just pop that back out. It's not right good with one hand, as you can appreciate. I'll just put that back down there for now. You're more than welcome to come and have a look at this thing. Being the monocoque body, one piece fiberglass, so they don't leak. You don't get problems with them of damp. They just don't have them. It's non-existent, unless they've been accident damaged, of course. But they don't leak like the aluminium ones, the fiberboard ones. They all tend to do that. These don't, because the monocoque body is one piece fiberglass all the way through, so there's no place for any leaks. The fold away sink, space saver sink as I like to call them, Thetford cassette toilet, the hot water heater there. Then we've got a little 2-burner stainless steel gas hob in here, small oven and grill, just pop that back down, and stainless steel sink. It's in need of a bit of a clean, to be truthful, but like I said, we're going to sell it just the way it is. We're not messing about with it now. We just need to get rid of some stock. We've got too much about us. Freeway fridge, works on both gas, electric and the 12 volt to keep it nice and cool when you're travelling. Obviously auto sleeper are the king of motorhomes and camper vans. There is no better make out there at all. Everybody knows auto sleeper. It's a name that's been with us for a lot of years now, and it's a trusted name. I like the way the windows open on this one, rather than the catch with the arms that break. These ones slide. I think they're much better, to be truthful, and I don't know why they ever changed, because I always preferred those. You slide the window back, if you know what I mean. The others, you push them open from the bottom and the arms are there, they tend to break or crack off at the top. These ones, they haven't got the mechanical devices, so they don't need it. Plus you can open a little bit when you're travelling if it's a nice hot day. Zig unit is all working just the way that it should do. Oh yeah, reading fully charged on there actually when I press that battery button. When you press the water pump on, it tells you how your water tank is. You leave the pump kicked in there, but there's barely any water in, so I can't show you the taps working, but I can assure you that they do. We've just had them tested. Just over 50,000 miles on a DI engine, I'll repeat that again, is absolutely nothing. The benefits, it comes with a full MOT. Obviously the new legislation, we can't tax the vehicle, because I would have offered you 6 months tax with the vehicle, but nowadays they don't do that no longer, so you tax your own when you come for it. But you can come and take it for a test drive, drive it anywhere. I have just covered in this vehicle. I went down to my friend's to spend the evening with him, and I drove this down as we needed to fetch some stuff back from there, so it was better than a van. It was bigger. There and back it was 217 miles, so I've just covered 217 miles in this vehicle. It drives absolutely spot on. You would, even if it was a brand new, and it wouldn't drive any better than this does. It sat on the motorway 65, 70 mile an hour with no problem at all. Power steering fitted, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the bonnet, I'm going to start the engine up and let you hear it run. But I can assure you that after 215 mile, I know that it runs absolutely perfect. Right. That engine is as sweet as a nut, no clouds and clouds of smoke. And power steering, there you go, that's one finger of my hand. You can't get much lighter power steering than that one. So I know that's the first question I will get asked, has it got power steering? So you can see there yourselves, it's got the best power steering. Now just bear with me while I lift the bonnet and put the catch up. Now I know that you don't need to be a mechanic to understand that there's no problems with that engine at all. It runs absolutely bob on, and like I say, it is a turbo one, so it has got the grunt. I have noticed that it has a slight, every few, well, I'll try and count the seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably about every 30-40 seconds, because it hasn't done it again yet. There's a slight drip on there of diesel. Now whether there's a seal leaking a little bit or a nut that needs tightening up, I'm unsure, but it can't be a lot because it runs and starts first turn of the key every time. But I'm a fair fella. If there's a problem with anything at all, if it's got an hole in the side of it, if it's rotten, if it's dented, if it runs perfect, I'll tell you exactly the way that it is, and that's the way I am. It's got 4 good tyres all the way around it, one good spare underneath, but it has got a slight little drip there. I noticed it because I parked it on my drive and I just thought, where's that little bit of diesel come from? And I lifted the bonnet, and about every 30-40 seconds you'll see just one little drip just drip down. I've never bothered doing it, I'm not a mechanic, so I've no idea what to do. So if I get 10 minutes and I can run it to a mechanic, let him have a look at it, I will do. It might be just he wants tightening up with a spanner, I don't know, but I'm telling you about it, simple as that. Right, it's going to be a true auction. We don't mess about here, we don't start putting reserves on. An auction is an auction, and this will be a true auction. A true auction starts from £1 and it runs to wherever it ends, and the highest bidder wins it. Now whether you win it for £10 or you win it for £5,000 or whatever it makes, I have no idea, but it is a genuine auction. You can come, however, you can come, take it for a drive, go around it, have a look, and you can make us an offer on it. If we agree the offer, you can drive it away, simple as that. But I'm telling you now, we won't be giving it away. These things aren't given away. You have a look at them yourself. We sell them year in, year out. We know what they're worth. But like I said, it does want little bits doing to the body. It wants new stripes putting back on it. It wants that little bit of rust mending on the wing there, touching up here and there, little bits and bats. Some are nothing. To be fair, 100 quid to put it back nice and mint again, but we've been let down with the striping lad, and there was a lad going to touch that wing up on us, but we've been let down, so we're not going to mess about. We want it gone, with 3 or 4 others in the yard that will also be gone this next week or two, and get them out of the way, and that's that. So there you go, that's the Ford Transit DI with the auto sleeper executive body, full test. What more can I say? Absolute bargain of the year that's going to be. Thank you very much for taking your time in looking at the video and the pictures, and all I can say is good luck in the auction.